Hello, my dear students. How are you? Hope all of you are doing well and maintaining good health. I am Dr. Smrutirekha and I welcome you all to Etuson, Education for Better Tomorrow. It's a digital learning platform for Odia and English medium students which is developed in Odisha. If you believe in quality education, then you are in the right platform. As in eTuition, we provide quality education which will definitely help you to build your career. Then what are you waiting for? Please download the eTuition app and enroll yourselves so that you can avail all the facilities at your fingertips. So children, without wasting much time, let us start today's class. So today we are going to discuss organizing and grouping the data, which is part of your chapter 5, that is data handling in your NCERT book. Hope you have watched the previous video related to chapter 5. If you have not done so, I have provided the link in the description section. Please do watch all of them so that your concepts will be clear. So let us start today's class then. So it is organizing and grouping data. So first you tell me why organization or organizing something is required. Take for example, now I will ask you to get a book from yourself. Okay? So you will go to your study room and you will search for that particular book. Okay? But what you found is in yourself, it is like a mess where somewhere you have kept your book, somewhere pen, pencil, books, class 4, class 5, books of all the standard are also dumped in that place. Then in that condition, the book which I have asked for, will you be in a situation to get it quickly? Definitely not. Correct or not? So just imagine if you would have arranged it in a particular order, maybe in terms of your class, in terms of your subject, if you could have arranged the different category, the books at a place, the notebooks at one place, pens at one place, pencil at one place, then if anything will be asked to you, you can get it easily. So that is what organizing. Take for example, suppose your birthday is there, okay, and you want a gift. So you'll ask your mother, Mama, I want a robot. Now, Mama will tell what kind of robot you want. Then you will tell some technology, okay, I want this robot, pick and pin robot, or with some complex application you will tell. Then definitely there will be a budget for mama to give you gift. So now mama will decide that, okay, you have specified that it is robot. Now mama has to decide that what is the price range in which she can go for it. Okay, so she will select the price. Now your father will come, okay, what are you purchasing? Then mama will tell, okay, my son has asked for robot, I am looking for robot in Amazon. Then papa will be having more knowledge about the different companies. So okay, if you are purchasing, don't go for made in China. So mama will then discard the made in China company, so she will look for some other country. Correct? So likewise, why I am telling all these things, that is because, see, in any website everything is arranged in a sequence. Okay, so it may be like the category which you told is robot, category of toy which you told is robot, category in which the mama has filtered it is price range, category in which your father asked to search for is the brand or which country it belongs. So while organizing the data, we arrange anything systematically according to our requirement, right? Suppose you are booking a railway ticket. So first thing what you will, the website will ask for, it will ask for the starting point and ending point, right? So after that, again the second question, whether you want express train or super fast train, uh, right? So there are different categories of train. Then the class, in which class you want to travel, second class, first class, like that. So you have to choose accordingly, right? Then again, you want food or you don't want food, for that also you have to take the option. So all these things what we are doing is nothing but organizing something so that it will be easier for you to get the information, to collect the data, and to achieve what you want. Correct or not? So these are some of the real life application which you will get in your daily life. Correct or not? So always try to correlate the mathematics in your daily life. Then only it will be interesting for you. Correct or not? Now let us take one example. Okay. Oh my god, color shapes. Okay, so you can see here you have rectangles, you have oval, you have hexagon, you have triangles of different color. Correct or not? So now nothing is arranged systematically. It is just kept on the slide. Now I will ask you to organize it. So while organizing, you will think, so you will have two ideas. One, you can arrange it according to the shapes, or you can arrange it according to the color. Correct or not? So if you arrange it according to the shapes, it will look something like this. Then easily you can tell that you have four ovals, you have five hexagons, you have five triangles, and you have five rectangles. Correct or not? Now, same thing when you arrange it in terms of color, it will look like this, right? So each color you have different shapes, right? So while organizing, again it depends on what is your requirement. Like when you search something in Google, you give some keywords. So in Google, everything uh, is arranged in terms of requirement. If you give any keywords, whichever the website or the description that matches with the keywords, the Google will give you the number of website in front of you. Correct or not? So everywhere you have this organizing of data concept. Correct, children? So now, what is organizing data? I think already you have understood what it is. So data organization is the practice of categorizing and classifying data to make it more usable. To draw meaningful inferences, we need to organize the data systematically. Correct? So now, what is the need of data organization? It decreases the time consumed to search for data. Disorganized data has many bottlenecks in terms of data structuring. As I was telling you, if your bookshelf is a mess, it is very difficult to get something. Correct or not? Organizing data also helps in reducing data loss and reduces errors. So to understand this, suppose you have kept many things in your computer and it is not organized in terms of maybe what kind of file, whether it belongs to your class or at home you have done something, homework, classwork, lot of things you are doing nowadays in online classes, right? But you have not organized, and all of a sudden your teacher will ask for some document. If you have not saved it in an organized way, definitely you will face difficulty to find it. Correct or not? So, organizing data also helps in reducing data loss and reduces errors. Data organization also helps you to understand why the data was collected and what the proper use of it. Correct? Now, data organization can be of various types depending on the requirement of the user. Sometimes the repeated values in the data are collected together to know the mode of the data, or sometimes the data is organized in increasing or decreasing order to find the median of the given set of data. Correct? Like suppose marks are written somewhere for your entire class and it is in a scattered manner. If you arrange it sequentially in a increasing or decreasing order, it will be easier to find out who has scored the maximum mark, who has scored the minimum mark, and in between the ranges how many have scored, right? So that will be easier. Correct or not? So now let us take one example to understand how data can be organized, right? So this is example. A group of students was asked for their favorite subject. The results were listed below. So you have art, mathematics, science, English, mathematics, art, English. So like that it is written. And the question is, what is the most liked subjects and the one least liked subject? So what you will do here to find out the answer is, so here you need to find out how many. So first what you will do, you will write down the categories of subject, like you have arts, you have mathematics, you have science, you have English, right? So these are the subjects. So after that what you will do, you will find out how many students have opted for art, how many students have opted for mathematics, how many for science and English respectively. So after that you will form one table of this kind, right? So first you will write down the subject as I was telling, that is art, mathematics, science and English. Then you will find out how many times or how many students have opted for art. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So, this 7 number of children have opted for art. So, to represent it, I have used some lines. These lines are nothing but tally marks, and you can observe how many lines I have drawn. I have drawn 7 lines to represent number of students equal to 7. Similarly, for the subject mathematics, again I will check how many children have opted for mathematics. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So accordingly I will draw the tally 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here I have written the number of students as 5. Similarly, for next I will find out for the science, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Just check it out, okay? If you would have missed something, so check it always. So all the together it is 6, so you have to draw 6 lines. And for English, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 students for whom the favorite subject is English. So these are the number of students opted for different subject, and the lines you have drawn is called tally marks. So then let us understand the different terminology that is used for organizing the data. The number of tallies before each subject gives the number of students you like who like that particular subject. This is known as the frequency of that subject. Frequency gives the number of times that a particular entry occurs. The table made is known as frequency distribution table as it gives the number of times an entry occurs. So here frequency means that 7, 5, 6, etc. So in our given example, the most liked subject is what? It is art. It is liked by 7 students. And the least liked subject is English because the number of student is 4. Correct? Number of student who has opted for English is 4. What about your favorite subject? I think it is mathematics. Okay. Now let us understand what is grouping data. Grouping of data plays a significant role when we have to deal with large data. Data formed by arranging individual observation of a variable into groups so that a frequency distribution table of these groups provides a convenient way of summarizing or analyzing the data is termed as the grouped data. Okay, so now let us take one example. Consider the marks of 50 students of class 7 obtained in an examination. So these are the marks obtained uh, by the students in an exam. So you can see there are 50 numbers. Maybe one number is repeated, but you never know. So now if you try in the regular fashion where each category will be placed sequentially, then it is difficult to form the table, correct or not? So what you will do is you will find out the minimum range and you will find out the maximum marks which is obtained, and you will select a class of marks which is obtained by the student. So in this case, uh, it is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, like that. So here the first we will categorize the marks obtained by the students into 0 to 10, 10 to 20 respectively. Then we will find out how many students will be there in each category. And one more thing I will tell afterwards, that while taking counting the frequency, what particular thing you have to keep in mind. So that I will come to it afterwards. So now let us find out how to find out the frequency and how to form the frequency distribution table for this case. So that's what it is written. If we create a frequency distribution table for each and every observation, it will make a large table. So we are forming the different class or different sets or class intervals. Correct or not? So you will get a frequency table. So and the frequency table, distribution table will look like something of this time. So as you can see, we have categorized the groups 0 to 10, 10 to 20, right? Up to 40 to 50. Then tally marks is, it is nothing but how many students have or how many students have got the say the are in between the value 0 to 10. So now another thing I must tell you here, uh, that while taking the frequency, you should keep in mind that a particular number, like you can see in the groups, you have 10 in group 1 also and 10 in the second group also. In that case, if someone has scored number 10, remember that number 10, we will consider that number 10 in the group in which the lower limit of the class is 10. So in this case, if someone has scored 10, that 10 will be considered in 10 to 20, not in 0 to 10. So this holds good for the entire category. Understood? Now let us understand why I have written 3 or why I have written 11. So I'll just show to 3 or 11 frequency, then afterwards it is clear for you that how to find out the frequency. So let us understand why 0 to 10 it is 3. Okay, so let us go to the raw data. So when I'm telling raw data, it is in this form. Okay, when you are organizing it, it is in terms of frequency distribution table. So as you remember, in the category 0 to 10, it was 3. So let us check how it was 3. So here comes your, so this is 1, okay, this is 2, and this is 3. Correct or not? So what was there in the first category? It was 3, right? So that is how it was 3. Now let us consider 10 to 20, it is 11. How it was 11? Just let us check it. Okay, so you have 13, 1, 18, 19, 10, 17, 15, 20. Sorry, 20 we cannot take. Why? Because 20 is the lower limit for the next category. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, so 20 we cannot take for 10 to 20. 20 will come in 20 to 30. Okay, so what is next? 19, 16, then 17, 11, then you have 18, and that's it. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, right? So that is how I had taken 11 here. So similarly for 20 to 30, if you count, it will get 14. So remember, while it is 10 or 20 or 30, always take the category in which it is the lower limit. Correct, children? So according, and always remember to check it. The frequency of the total frequency must be equal to the total number which you have considered earlier. So it is a cross check for you. So here in this case it is 50 number of students. Okay, if you add 3 plus 11 plus 14 plus 14 plus 8, it will become 50. Correct or not? So the distribution obtained in the above table is known as group frequency distribution. This helps us to bring various significance interferences, like many students have secured between 20 to 40, 30 to 40, etc. 8 students have secured higher than 40 marks, right? So because frequency is 8, 40 to 50, it is 8, so higher mark, 80%, so 40 marks. So from that you can find out how many, what is the percentage of students who have scored, right? So that is 8 out of 50 students have got uh, more than 40 to 50. So you can find out the percentage of students who have scored between 40 to 50. So these are in the above obtained table. The groups are known as what? Class interval or classes, right? I have told you, right? So it is observed that, so already I have told you, just I am just repeating it. It is observed that 10 appears in both interval, such as 0 to 10 and 10 to 20. Similarly, 20 appears in 10 to 20 and 20 and 30 also. So what is feasible? You cannot take in both the categories. So you have to always remember, you take the category in which it is lower limit. Okay, to avoid this inconsistency, that is what it is written. You have to take the category in which it is the lower limit. Okay, so consider a class 10 to 20, then 10 is your lower class limit and 20 is your upper class interval. Okay, and the difference between upper class and lower limit, or upper limit and the lower limit, is called class interval. So these are the some of the terminology which we use in grouping the data. Thank you, children, for your patient hearing. Hope you have understood how to organize the data and grouping the data. So henceforward, you are going to organize your book in a proper manner so that you will get, and organize your file in a proper manner so that you can get it quickly. Correct or not? So do watch us in YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to download the Etuson app and enroll yourself. Okay, children. Bye. Take care.